I'm Big Will Levinson, and it's time to talk sports. It was an absolutely jam-packed night in high school hoops on a Thursday night on the Western Slope. We start with some girls basketball at Fruita Monument High School. It was day one of the Wildcat Classic. It's 4-1 Eagle Crest and 3-0 Fruita. The Eagle Crest Raptors in all red, the Fruita Wildcats in all white. And here in the early going, pass up ahead, looks like it's headed out of bounds, but it's caught and put up by Brooklyn Bickerstaff for the bucket and the foul. Free throw was good. It's 3-0 Raptors. Mackenzie Mason tries the three ball from the corner. It misses, but she is fouled. And Mason makes the first, the second, and the third to tie this game up at 3. Mason tries the cross-court overhead pass. Olivia Campbell catches it, and she dishes it out nicely to Campbell Bramer. Knocks it down as Fruita takes a 7-3 lead. A lot of fouls and a lot of free throws here in the early going. Campbell hits this from the charity stripe with the Wildcats of 12-6. And late in the quarter now, Bickerstaff is left wide open from deep, and she nails it to cut Fruita's lead to 3 as the opening quarter would end with the Wildcats up 12-9. And Fruita were in control throughout this one as they get another big win to move to 4-0 on the year. And what a start to the year it's been for Fruita basketball. Now both the girls and the boys teams are a perfect 4-0. Fruita will be right back at it again tonight for day 2 of the Wildcat Classic against Ponderosa. In the opening game at the Wildcat Classic saw Grand Junction taking on Ponderosa, and this one did not go the Tigers' way as they were simply outmatched by the gritty defense of this Mustang squad, and they just hounded the ball carrier every play down the court with suffocating effects as Ponderosa beat down on Grand Junction in a 38.66-28 win. The Tigers are an even 500 at 2-2. They'll play Eagle Crest on Saturday at 9:30 a.m. in the final day of the Wildcat Classic. And up in Glenwood Springs, we had a battle of the Bulldogs at the Demon Invitational, and it was the Bulldogs of Palisade that came away with the win over Moffett County, 44-36 to get to 3-1. It may be a matter of revenge there for Palisade as Moffett County took down Palisade on the boys' side at the Warrior Challenge last week. And speaking of the Palisade boys, they too were in action up in Lamb Country at the Meeker Cowboy Shootout. And the Bulldogs were absolutely dominant, obliterating the Sirocco Rams from up in Oak Creek, 89-25. The Palisade offense found their shot today in a big way, putting up almost 90 points in a huge win for the Dogs as they've now won back-to-back to get to 500. And across the mountains at Ponderosa, the Grand Junction Tigers had an absolute nail-biter against the Warriors of Far Northeast as they just escaped 44-43. This one was tight throughout, but the Tigers made the plays defensively late to eke it out and get a huge road win. And with the big win, Grand Junction improved to 3-1 on the year. It's the Tigers' best start to a season in 8 years. So maybe this could be a very special year for Grand Junction. And in the NFL, the New England Patriots go on the road and upset the Pittsburgh Steelers to snap a 5-game losing streak. And this is a great result for the Broncos as they are chasing those Steelers. And with the big loss for Pittsburgh, they are now even with Denver in the loss column. The Broncos still sit as the 9 seed in an absolutely jam-packed AFC playoff race. But Denver is just 1 game behind a spot in the playoffs. And this Steelers loss is certainly big for the Broncos. But another great night of sports in Colorado. As always, all of the action is right here. But that's all my time for sports. I'm Big Will Levinson.